For this pattern, this can be made into either a binky holder or also added into a lovey, which is just a small little thing for the baby to snuggle with. I'm adding that additional pattern in the download in the attachment. You can see that in the link below. But for either option, we're going to begin with putting the right sides together. So for this option, I'm creating a little binky holder. So this keeps track of that binky. You can keep this on the baby's chest or off to the side. And this is really nice. It's just a cute little thing. Just make sure you don't lose this guy. So what I'm doing right now is I'm sandwiching the right two sides together as well as that bias taping. Now, this could be anything. It could be like elastic, it could be ribbon, but just make sure that we have it long enough, and I'm adding dimensions below just so we have that on check. So after we're pinning everything together, we're just leaving a space open just so we can flip this right sides out. And then you're also going to clip into the entire piece just because these are all curved edges, and we want to make sure that when it's flipped right sides out, everything is nice and smooth. So clip all the way into your point, into your stitch line almost. And you also, for like a little pro tip here, maybe you make your stitch length a little bit smaller just because it'll be nicer in the long term. After you begin to flip your pieces right side out, you just want to use a little tool. Make sure it's not too sharp to really help open up all of your seam allowance and lay everything nice and flat. I ended up going off to my sewing machine after this and giving everything a gentle little steam just so that everything looks nice and pressed. After that's complete, the next step is to put all of your little fluff and stuffing into it. So you can also use this as a great opportunity to stuff it with some fabric scraps, but I had some stuffing on hand and that's what I decided to use. I'm pushing all the way into the moon points before adding it into the center, and you can use the back of a pencil in order to help you do so. When the stuffing is complete, all you're going to do now is close that little hole. So I'm turning the seam allowance inward 3/8 of an inch or about 1 centimeter, adding a little clips just to hold this in place, and then I'm adding a little whip stitch, or you can use a ladder stitch just to close the opening. And just to share how you add the little pacifier, you can add it to the end and you just loop the moon through the excess of the bias taping. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and download the attachment if you'd like to make one yourself.